tattoo, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here, and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, I'm going to be basically giving my opinion on which division I think is now the toughest division in the NFL. So we're going to go through each division, talk about the players that they've added, so the certain teams that the players that they have added, and then I'm going to go basically through divisions and see which one is tough and which one really isn't tough. When I mean tough, I mean like it's going to be really, really tough to win that division. So I guess we may as well just start off with the AFC East, the former division of Tom Brady's, where the Patriots are. So the Patriots, now that they've lost Tom Brady, they've lost a lot of their good players, so I don't really think they're going to be winning that. I don't think they're going to be winning that division. I think it's the Bills' division to lose. If I had to say, the Bills are the number one team right now. The Patriots are second, Jets are third, and the Dolphins are slowly coming up for the Jets. But in terms of that division, it's not going to be really competitive as it normally is, because the Patriots were used to winning that division most of the times. So yeah, I don't think that division is going to be competitive at all. The AFC North. This division has the possibility of being a very, very tough division, but I really think it's going to be for one specific team, and that is the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, if you look at the other teams, Cleveland have star power. They have Baker Mayfield, they have Odell Beckham Jr., they have Jarvis Landry. And then they have some good guys on the defense. Then you look at Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger, if he's healthy, is a very good quarterback. And Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL. He almost got the Steelers into the playoffs without a good quarterback. Then you have Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. I don't need to say anything else. The Baltimore Ravens are already there. And then Cincinnati Bengals, when they're going to draft Joe Burrow. Cincinnati, I think, is the weakest team in that division. After that, I'd probably actually say it's Pittsburgh, just because I think Ben Roethlisberger's past his prime. And then I say it's the Cleveland Browns are second, and Baltimore is definitely first. But that is a really, really tough division, but it's going to be interesting to see who wins that division this season, considering now that Ben Roethlisberger is going to be coming back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So it's going to be really interesting to see. But in terms of that division being tough to win, it's up there. So I say it's probably it's up there. The next division, we have the AFC West. Kansas City, Oakland Raiders, Denver Broncos, LA Chargers. This is probably one of the easiest divisions to grade, because it's probably the weakest division, or the easiest division in the AFC. It's probably the easiest division, like I said, in the AFC, because Kansas City is obviously number one. They're defending Super Bowl champions. Then you have the Oakland Raiders. They're hot and cold in that division. Denver is starting to get on a good level, because they have Drew Lock. It looks like John Elway has finally found his quarterback of the future. And then you have the LA Chargers, who are about the same level as the Denver Broncos. The LA Chargers are like a quarterback away from being a playoff contender and a Super Bowl contender. So yeah, they're basically in the same boat as the Denver Broncos. But I think that's going to be an easy division to win for Kansas City. So I don't really think anything's going to change with that. Then finally, we have the AFC South. This division is probably going to be the weirdest division come this season. The Indianapolis Colts, the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville's definitely at the bottom. Texans are third. Indy, then Tennessee. Tennessee's going to win this division. Indy's going to come close to them, because I think Indy's just a quarterback away. Now that they have Phillip Rivers, they have a very good shot. But in terms of the toughest division in the AFC, I got to give it to Pittsburgh's division, the AFC North. Now we move on to the NFC. We're going to start off with my division, the NFC South. Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Teddy Bridgewater. That's probably the most competitive division in the NFC, but we have other divisions to get to. The NFC North. The Green Bay Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions, and the Chicago Bears. If the Chicago Bears can have a good, decent quarterback, they are really contenders in that. Detroit is the same. Detroit had a winning record before Matthew Stafford got injured, so Detroit's up there. So forget me what I just said about the NFC South. So far, the toughest division in the NFC is the NFC North. That division is really, really tough. Green Bay, Minnesota, Detroit, and the Bears. But let's move on to another division. We have the NFC, West? Yeah, the NFC West. Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers, and the LA Rams. San Francisco was just in the Super Bowl. Seattle is a Super Bowl contender with Russell Wilson. The Rams, hot and cold again, so I don't really know. And then Arizona's really rebuilding right now. Well, they're not rebuilding, they're building up to being back to there. So in terms of like the top team in that division, I would have to say San Francisco, then Seattle, then the Rams, then Arizona. But that's probably the third most competitive division in the NFC. And then we have the final division in the NFC. And you know what's the funny thing about this? Now I think about it. It's the NFC East. So what am I on about? The NFC East. I would probably say it's probably the weakest division in the NFC, in my honest opinion. The Giants are in a move where they want to, they can contend if Daniel Jones plays good. Dallas is definitely a playoff contender, Super Bowl contender. Eagles are they were just in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. And then we have the Washington Redskins, who I think are on their way to getting there. I think Redskins and Giants are about on the same level, and then the two contenders for the playoffs in that division to win that division is Dallas and the Eagles. But in terms of toughness, like winning that, what do you want to... But yeah, and overall in terms of competitiveness in that division to win that division, it's only between two teams right now, the Eagles and the Cowboys. So if you look at every single division in the NFC and the AFC, the toughest division in the AFC has to belong to the AFC North. And then the toughest division in the NFC, funny enough, is the NFC North. So if I had to say which of those divisions is the toughest division in the NFL, I have to give it up to Green Bay's division. I have to say NFC North, this is the toughest division because all those teams have a chance of becoming playoff contenders. Detroit really can. And Detroit are going to get a cornerback in the draft. Detroit's going to be good next year. Matthew Stafford can stay healthy. Chicago, if Nick Foles or Mitchell Trubisky can play very well, which is highly doubtful, they can be a playoff contender. Minnesota Vikings were in the playoff. Green Bay almost made it to the Super Bowl. So if you look at Pittsburgh's division, two of those teams sucked last year, and I only think one of those teams doesn't have a chance. So in terms of overall competitiveness in the division, the toughest division has to be the NFC North. And there's no way that can change my mind. I was going to say my division, but nah. Because I don't think... Well, actually, my division's actually up there because now they got Tom Brady and they're just going to help the Patriots. That's going to help the Patriots, yeah. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But in terms of competitiveness and in terms of this video being this, yeah, the most competitive division in the NFL is the NFC North. Second would probably be the AFC North. Third would probably be the NFC South. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.